Having a clear understanding of your personal values can be helpful when making decisions about your work or finding time for self-care. However, what do personal values represent, and how do you identify your own? You might not have a list of your own ideals in writing, but you've probably made decisions throughout the years to prioritize what you value most in life. You might, for instance, prioritize hitting specific professional milestones over accomplishing your fitness objectives. Consider getting a new job that has a hard schedule but has the potential to advance your career in amazing ways. Even if it means delaying the 5K run you're training for, you should say yes if you place a high value on your professional objectives. Welcome back to the channel for all things related to personal development. Ready to dive in? Let's go. Although there is no right or incorrect set of personal beliefs, you should be conscious of how they affect your choices. By doing this, you can make sure that you consistently choose the course that will bring you closer to your long-term objectives. We cannot and should not suppress our genuine ideals. They enhance our feeling of self-awareness and give life meaning. You can have trouble with self-discovery, the process of discovering your true self, if you don't have strong values. You might consequently struggle to make choices, succeed in your profession, or lead a fulfilling life. Personal values have the power to alter your life. However, it takes some thought and work to define them for yourself. Let's examine what personal values are in more detail, how you can find yours. Our actions, relationships, and lives as a whole are influenced by our own values. In addition to helping us make important decisions, our beliefs can affect how we develop personally. Knowing your values will help you make decisions about your profession, relationships with others, and interests that are most important to you. Your life might feel more satisfying as a result of this. In fact, participating in activities that align with your values helps lessen depression and anxiety, while also enhancing your mental health. Additionally, pursuing a career that aligns with your values will increase your level of enthusiasm for your work. Because you'll be more driven to succeed, this will ultimately benefit you in your work. So how can you know what your values are as an individual? Your personal values may be influenced by your culture, upbringing, and events throughout your life. They are able to emerge at any point in life and change throughout time. Each person has their own set of values. It's possible that your priorities differ from those of your friends and coworkers. Nevertheless, those who are closest to us are more likely to share our personal basic values. According to research, we could even find ourselves attracted to others who share our beliefs more. Depending on who you are, you can show your values in many ways. For instance, two people might cherish community personally. This can be practiced by planning food drives. The other might organize a neighborhood block celebration. These two expressions of the same values are both legitimate. Why are individual values significant? Understanding the significance of personal values is crucial because they have the power to alter the way we live. Our individual values enable us to be more true to ourselves and to our sense of purpose. Our personality, aspirations, and course of action are all influenced by them. Additionally, our beliefs help us better grasp who we are. They'll encourage us to develop objectives that advance rather than hinder our aspirations. You'll feel most like yourself when you make decisions that are consistent with your unique ideals. Our connections also depend on our personal ideals. Our connections with friends and even coworkers will be healthier when we are able to express our values. Your ability to communicate your needs to the people in your life will improve once you are aware of your personal values. Because suppressing our emotions might have negative consequences, this is crucial. Knowing the meaning of your own values can also help you watch out for colleagues and coworkers who hold similar beliefs. Your connections may become deeper and more enduring if you have a social network that is supportive of your ideals. How can one's own values heighten their sense of self? Along with the other advantages, recognizing your own values can help you become more self-aware. For as long as there is progress, self-awareness is a requirement. We remain aware of our objectives, passions, and boundaries thanks to our personal values. They can serve as a reminder of our goals for both our professional and personal lives. We won't know what we want to do or what we are capable of achieving without personal ideals. The first step to self-improvement is self-awareness. We won't be able to speak up for ourselves if we don't have a clear idea of what we value. We'll find it difficult to defend our own rights or acknowledge our mistakes. You will be able to make wiser decisions, progress in your personal growth, and improve your interpersonal connections as a result of the self-awareness you get through personal values. 8 advantages of personal values. Every element of our lives is impacted by personal ideals. Here are 8 ways that understanding the meaning of your own values can enhance your life, in addition to increasing your self-awareness and relationships. Increases your confidence. Creates long-term goals for you instead of just short-term ones. Increases your awareness of your aspirations and job objectives. Aids in stress management because you'll know how to concentrate on what's most crucial. Improves your sense of clarity about the present and the future and inspires you to be more bold and persistent in pursuing your goals. Builds your resilience because you'll be more driven to persevere during trying circumstances. Enables you to feel more content with your decisions and environment, since you know they are in line with your inner values. 10 categories of personal values. You may not yet be aware of the beliefs and values that are significant to you. That's all right. Understanding what personal values are and what your own are can take some time. You might have a dozen or only a few personal values. You might alternatively place them in descending order of significance. The most crucial thing is to make sure you uphold your particular beliefs, whatever you decide to define them. These can be useful if you're trying to figure out what some instances of personal values are. Family, courage, creativity, professional achievements, kindness, independence, health, honesty, loyalty, determination. How to identify your own values. Your personal values might be deliberately chosen, but they can also emerge spontaneously as a result of your upbringing or society. But even if you understand how values are created, you might not know how to find your own. Here are 6 suggestions to help you identify your own values. Take a self-discovery trip to get to know yourself better. Decide which of your current priorities are most important. Limit your exposure to distractions and other forces that can try to affect your values. Think back to times when you felt the most comfortable and at your healthiest. Consider a time in the past when you thought that something was lacking, such as teamwork, greater independence, or greater aggressiveness. Make a personal vision statement for the future and try to include your values in it. How important it is to change your values. Since life is continuously evolving, it only seems sense that our personal values would as well. You might get a new work offer at any time, choose to have a family, or end unhealthy relationships. Just as we must develop the ability to adjust to these changes, so too must our values. Your priorities for your values may change as well. Your values may appear quite different depending on your current circumstances. When you decide to have a kid, the family that you formerly thought of as something you valued can start to take on a central role in your life. Because of this, we must develop the practice of periodically reviewing and refining our own beliefs. The best approach to guarantee that we keep developing personally is in this way. If we don't change as time goes on, we can miss out on fresh chances and experiences. How do our personal values impact our careers? Our personal ideals extend beyond our private life. Knowing the significance of your personal values might actually have a significant influence on your professional life. Say that one of your core principles is loyalty. This may have an effect on your reliability at work and help you become a trustworthy and dependable employee. Your bosses may suggest you for promotions if you are a dependable employee, which will help you advance in your profession. You might perhaps put more importance on your health than everything else. You can decide to concentrate on watching out for workplace burnout as a result of this. Your team will identify and value that characteristic on its own because it increases your long-term dependability. Consider this. How may your work life be impacted by appreciating traits like assurance, tenacity, and perseverance? Our individual values shape who we are, which inevitably shapes the type of leader or employee we are. Let's leave you with 6 suggestions for identifying your own basic principles. Here's how to begin recognizing your own personal values. Try the following brainstorming activities using a blank document or notebook. Consider your life's most memorable moments. What gave them significance in your eyes? With whom were you? Who or what were you? You can define meaningful whatever you like, but it typically includes times when you felt calm and motivated. This is something that parents go through with their child's birth, first steps, and first words. It may happen to you at work when you use your abilities to do a crucial task for the business, or when you're helping a friend get through a difficult period and you know your words will be helpful to them. A theme ought to become apparent as you describe your memorable experiences. This will highlight some of your fundamental values. Consider the times when you were the least satisfied. This reminds me of our initial exercise. Try to picture it the other way around this time. Which of your worst life situations can you name? Why did you find them unfulfilling? Who or what were you? What were other people's attitudes toward you like? If the company's values don't align with your own, you might feel unhappy at work. The same applies to recognizing warning signs in a romantic relationship. You could feel unsatisfied if your values are out of alignment. Pay attention to the narratives that move you. Check the news for any articles that particularly interest you. Find persons whose actions you respect or admire. Consider their reasoning for speaking to you and what that implies about you. Discover what aggravates you. Paying attention to what aggravates you might reveal a lot about your values. Perhaps a movie character irritates you, you are irritated by someone in your life, or you struggled with a task. A conflict between your values may be the source of your rage. Visualize your perfect society. What would the world look like if you had the ability to change it? Consider the services you would like to offer or not offer, how people would interact with one another, and what kinds of activities they would engage in. Your decisions will probably reflect your values. Examine the achievements of which you are most proud. You've accomplished a lot in your life. Consider the people who make you feel proud. How did you act? What effect did it have? Why did such achievements stand out over others? There may be some similarities with some of your most memorable experiences here. Was the day you graduated from college one of the happiest of your life? Do you think that matters more than the fantastic day you had with your friends? What does that mean exactly? Hope you enjoyed watching. Do subscribe, like, and comment below. Turn on your bell icon to stay aware of our new videos.